Hello everyone and welcome to episode 7 of Pyre. During our last episode we stopped just before our next Liberation Rite, so I may take a... oh, whoops, load campaign. I think I do that at the start of every single episode. I may take just a brief opportunity to go into a practice rite and to try to get some sense of how to play again, just because it's been almost a full week. That sort of delay is never intentional, but surprisingly common here. You've returned. How can I help you, if at all? Let's... whoops. Okay, yes. Practice rite. It looked for a second like I clicked on the wrong thing. And that's because, if you've been following along, the Liberation Rites are especially high stakes. They are one and done. This is your opportunity to send somebody home permanently. And if you fail, then you fail. I will not be reloading, but I would like to have our highest chance of success. So, let's take a quick look to see if... Now, I don't know who we are going to be able to bring in, but I know who I'd like to send home. It will either be Hedwyn or Jodariel, so I'm going to choose each of them. And then the next most likely person, oops, the next most likely, okay, so just be close. The next most likely person would probably be, well, I did a good job of getting Big Bertrude up in levels, didn't I? Let's bring her in. I just want to get a good sense of her whole moveset. Okay, jump, pass. Shit. Yeah, see, being able to, like, switch control back and forth seems pretty important. Yep, okay, got it knocked away. No, this is good. I need to, like, get hurt a little bit. Okay, like that. Okay, I don't know why Hedwyn moves so far away. Okay, not cool. I'll have to score at least once more, I would think. Okay, and that's how we wind up losing. See, they could score here and are just, like, doing me a solid by not. Okay, I was always curious if Jodariel could land inside their aura and, like, knock them away even if it cost her setup. Oh my goodness, hold on. Hello to Grumpy and Fun Bear. Thank you so much for the resubscription. I really appreciate it. It's just a little bit of practice mode here. Yeah, so Big Bertrude here, she can fire all the way through the barricades, which seems like a really good... I don't know the layout of this... Okay, now why did that... Oh, because it's a sap and it's got that shield. Okay. Okay. Whoops. This is just a practice match if you guys are just arriving. I'm just trying to get, Alright, let me just try this. Yeah, so I can knock them around as Jodariel, but she does go down. And then we can bring Big Bertrude in there and have her come back up. Okay, and you can cancel a throw. I've always wondered about that. And that's how you dunk it in. Okay, I feel like this is about as clear as I'm going to get on the controls. I'm rusty, but hey, that's the cost you pay when you're up against a hard stop and what's his face? Volfred decides that he wants to just unload his entire life story. Okay, let's do it. Commence the Liberation Rite. Once more, you have gained the Fall of Solium. Gained the Fall of Solium. Where one among you may go free. But first you shall have to prevail against the Fate in the Liberation Rite. Just remind me which one of is the Fate? Yeah, the Old Dog. I had actually wanted to save Old Dog for, like, a later one, because if I'm going to lose to anybody, I want to lose to him, but I don't want to lose to him. Reader, your companions are gathered there under the Fall. They shall be counting on you. Indeed, as the cycle of rites turns ever faster, so too is our plan set in motion. My agents in the Commonwealth are beginning to cause a bit of a stir out there, and word has reached high places that the rites are ending. This is our chance, though let us not despair, should victory elude us here. We shall make the most of whatever the scribes may have in store for us. That is to say, good luck, my girl. It's time. Yes, we're going. Funbear, seriously, thank you very much for the resubscription. It really does mean a lot when people resubscribe, gift subscriptions, even hang out. Just even hanging out is a big deal. Just taking a quick look here. No, my God, why would I want to let them heal their pyre? Whoever is choosing these, like mastery stars or whatever, they are way more confident at their skills than I am. I miss Rookie. I miss Rookie's double jump.
Of the sacred Mount Aladiel to conduct the Liberation Rite. Even as the stars themselves abandon you. Make good upon these final opportunities, reader. This glorious age-old tradition coming to an end upon your watch. I trust the fate your adversaries shall not throw away this chance. Choose now who may go free, should they unfortunately fail.
Wait, hopefully he's done talking. Okay, time out. Hold on. Cara Luna, thank you so much for the raid. And hello to everyone. Hold on, let me just scroll back really quickly. Hello to Cara Luna, Innertooth, Maxine, Patikan, Jody K, Moo. Moo, after all these years, I still call you Moo. And Samalander. I just see the very first part of your name, and I always say Moo. And then in chat and every other time, I will just call you Moo. Before we go even one step further, Cara Luna, I wanted to ask you if the paint scheme on your mechs is something that you customized, or is that just in the game? Because if you guys have not seen it, Cara Luna's mechs have, whether or not it's pink or purple is a little bit up to debate, but it's either a bright pink or purple and then a yellow paint job, which exactly mirrors one of my favorite armor colors in XCOM Enemy Unknown, I think it was. The first XCOM remake game. I loved that armor color so much. Oh my God. Hold on. So I wanted to ask Cara Luna if that's a custom paint job or if the game somehow just does that, because it really seems like it's a custom job and it's great. Secondly, thank you so much to Grumpy, who just gifted 5 subs to the channel. It's doing that scroll thing again. But yes, congratulations. And Grumpy, thank you so much. Congratulations to Chivalry, Zerder, Donk Show, Scrooge McDuck, and Inactive Stapler. Who all just got gift subs from Grumpy, which, by the way, has kicked us up into a level 3 hype train. Maxine was asking Moo if is that another Apple product. Cara Luna is confirming. It is, except the green, it's my channel colors for the paint job. That is. It looks great. Samalander, thank you so much for the cheer. And Patikan's asking, how did that kick a hype train already? Patikan, I think it's the fact that Funbear had also just resubscribed, and then the raid, and now another gifted sub from Moo over to Innertooth. You guys, thank you very, very much. Moo is saying I'm a Mac lover, and it's true. They probably feel like they own me at this point. You know, we've been thinking about, like, getting a Mac specifically for, like, video editing. I suspect that Moo uses hers for photo editing. Innertooth is thanking Moo and giving Moo a hug. And hello to Stormy. Oh, yeah, so Stormy was here the other day. Hold on, because I can't count as that much. Jody K has given a 100-bit cheer, followed by several 10-bit cheers and several 1-bit cheers, which altogether add up to a substantial amount. Chivalry has cheered 100 bits. Oh, there it is, 150 bits. It was from Jody K. Chivalry did 100. I hope all the animations are playing as well. Moo has gifted... Oh my god. Mia just resubscribed, says happy subiversary. Moo has gifted another tier 1 sub to Caroluna. Patikin was identifying the 150 bits. So just as we're going, you guys, I'm concerned that the animation might be offset because this game plays at a slightly different resolution than others. But are the animations playing in full? Because sometimes I've seen that they just like start to play and then stop, and then start, stop, especially when there's like a lot of activity all at once. I don't know how to fix that, and we haven't had a lot of success because it doesn't happen in testing. So I'm so sorry if the animations are not playing, but believe me, I see it all, and thank you so much. Moo has now gifted another sub to Jody K. Moo, Grumpy, Samalander, Chivalry, Mia, who also now has gifted another, I believe it's 200 bits in total. Yes, it is. You guys, thank you so much. But you can say that the activity feed shows it too. Yeah, on our monitor here, we don't have the activity feed open all the time. It tends to not sort of like work successfully on our test monitor. Carolyn is saying, I probably shouldn't comment on resolutions. I run 1200p screens. I've seen some people on Twitch adopt non-standard resolutions for the stream itself, and I think they're matching it to what the standard player sizes are, rather than like what the full screen would be. And I certainly understand that. I think it's a great way to get more quality out of the same bitrate. The FFZ extension, says Patikin, shows it too above the message. And Carolina says, as far as I know, I have to do that. The run the 1200p screens. So, but you guys, this was a tremendous outpouring of support all at once. I really appreciate it. I'm going to see if we can do the Liberation Rite as well. But we are all the way through the level 3 hype train and into level 4. That is far, far more than I expected on a random Sunday. But Caroluna, I was watching a bunch of your MechWarrior stream. You were going for almost 6 full hours, and I headed up for a whole bunch of that. That game, MechWarrior 5. That game just, it looks so much better. It looks like it controls so much more naturally than the MechWarrior games that I used to play. And I'm so glad that they fixed 5 up into something that's a good time, because I just, like we talked about, I remember when it first came out, it didn't, I remember people commenting that it felt kind of bare bones, but the game that you're playing looks really good. Okay, so let's take a look at Gate Guardian. Celeste, I think your name is? The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the fate, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The old bent cur Dalbert steps forward and struggles for a moment with his mask, which is good, because I do not remember this person's voice. Oh, hello. Greetings, good herald. I am called Dalbert Oldheart. It is the greatest honor of my years to stand upon this sacred site, upon which the 8 scribes first anointed these glorious proceedings. Nightwings, we are honored to be in your presence once more. And I don't remember this kid's voice either. This is his son. Father, they are our adversaries, not our hosts. We need not be so gentle with them. They shall do their utmost to keep you from your freedom. Dalbert, your son speaks out of turn. Control him. My sincerest apologies for his unnecessary outbursts. Almer, please. We have worked towards this opportunity, and we must make the most of it. Oh my goodness. Maxine, thank you so much for the 300 bits. Maxine also likes trains, and this this hype train is certainly exiting the station at high speed. Thank you so much, Maxine. He puts his mask back on. My son and I stand ready to begin. So, if anybody's joining in for the first time, this is a Liberation Rite. This is a very high-stakes game. It's the finals, basically. Not the end of the game, but we get an opportunity to send somebody home out of this prison. Such strong support indeed, Twitch. Level 3 completed. We were well into level 4. I can see the I'm so sorry. The hype train emotes. I'm not great with language this afternoon, so thank you guys very, very, very much. We can see the emotes are being delivered to supporters. There's some cool stuff in there. Yeah, lots of cheering foxes, it looks like. I like these. Patikin saying, I'm not sure why it's called moi, that emote that I got. I'm not sure either. Oh, and Jody K got the happy dolphin, it looks like. Cheering dolphin. Nightwings. No, hold on. Nightwings, your decision. On whose behalf shall you conduct the Liberation Rite? Reader, I would ask you to choose wisely, but I am sure you know no other way. He was more haughty. I'm trying to get back to that. And you, prepare your song, Tariq. Of course, Celeste. Master Wayne. So, we don't know how many opportunities we have left, but we do know that we have more than one. So it's going to be between Jodariel and Hedwyn. I think our goal now is to send Jodariel home. Her horns are extremely uncomfortable. By the way, I think it was Moo. Somebody asked about her horns. They are very heavy and very uncomfortable. There was a whole cutscene that we got from there. Carolina said being not great with language and also streaming makes for an awesome stream. Yeah, it's an interesting decision that I've made. Oh boy, me not talk good, but me also try to stream and read lots of text aloud. Moo is saying, can you say The Rock in your strong Connery voice? Was that a Connery voice? I wasn't trying to do one, but I'll take it. The Rock. We called the dog Indiana. Greetings. I thought I was doing like a stay a while and listen voice. What's that guy's name? Oh god, that guy that literally no one in the world cares about, but he was a funny meme, so Blizzard mistook that for popularity. The Rock. I don't know. Moo, you're referencing a line in the movie that I don't specifically remember, but I think The Rock. Oh, Patikan also identified it as a Sean Connery voice. Well, let's anoint Jodariel here.
Jodariel.
If that is your wish.
Who shall strive for her?
Well, our absolute best team, for sure. So, let's bring out Hedwyn. Well, we're going to bring out Tizo. Tizo's fast. Jodariel is very slow. Tizo is very fast. Tizo seems very determined to support Jodariel. Carolina is saying that both of them have a Connery-like voice. Oh, is Innertooth heading out? Innertooth, thank you so much for staying up. Innertooth, I've been trying to catch your Factorio streams as often as I can. Your play is way, way over my head, but it's always fun to see somebody engage with a game that they know so well. And then, boy. Bertrude? Bertrude. We shall lend our support to that one, then.
It is done.
We give thanks to have this opportunity to face you, O Nightwings. Now, let us strive to see to our fullest capability. with honor and grace. Save your strength for the right, Father, and for the voyage home. Let this be our final battle against them. I'm not looking forward to crushing this guy's dreams, but I very much intend to crush his dreams.
Commence.
Okay, sure, man, whatever. Oh, it's the battle song that Caroluna likes. Go faster, Arg! Oh, Tizo's just gonna run it straight into the end zone. Nope. Fudge! Okay, I'm just gonna try to play defense. Wow, I'm great at defense. So, just straight into the open goal. Okay, that's fine. I hope that was worth it. Hear us now, O noble Jormur, for we beseech you. Surely we cannot prevail without your aid. If ever you have heard my prayers, I beg of you, please smile upon us now. Whether from his prayers to the scribes or simply from Dalbert's resolve, something comes over your fellow exiles here. If they are banished now, they shall not soon return. Oh, okay, so just cheating then. That's what the scribes gave him, the ability to cheat. Good for you, Dalbert. Yeah, I just might have to eat that. Garg! Okay, don't run, it's fine. Get in there! Oh! So I have not been paying the closest of attention just because I'm basically just trying to stay alive for a little bit of time. Oh my god! If you're wondering what the fuck, yeah, no, I'm right there with you. That was just me, like... I went to cast his aura. Tizo doesn't cast his aura. He blows up, he implodes. He's always done that. I don't know why I thought... Cool. Okay, hold on.
The imp did it.
Okay, maybe one... I'm hoping one more is the point. I would love to have Jodariel score. Get it? Eat shit! God damn it! I caught it and then didn't have any sort of aura, so I was just easily smoten. Yeah, Tizo, do what you do! Get in there!
There it is, last.
Moo, thank you so much for the request to quote. Okay, this is...
Of their adversaries, the same cannot be said.
By the way, Caroluna was humming along.
Thus ends
Hold
the
on.
Liberation Rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Alas, my son, once more it seems that I have failed you. Father, wait! What good is freedom to us anyway if we would be apart? After all this time, she turns her gaze towards the rest of you. As we send her on her way, Mia, thank you very much for the added quote. Moo, thank you very much for the request to quote. Jody K saying, wait, I thought more than a Mia ended her stream. And also, Patikin went to lurk. Patikin, if you are still in earshot, thank you so much for hanging out today, both here and also in Mia's stream. It was just great to be able to have you there, especially when, it's been a long time since I've played Horizon, so I don't remember very much of it, and having people like Patikin or when Samalander's available, Jody K, other people that have played more recently, is just super helpful. Maxine is also turning in. Maxine, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for all of the wonderful support today. I hope you have a great evening and a great entry into the work week. Okay, Jody K is saying that she has not played. Any assistance, because sometimes a question will come up about can I do this or that, and I'm looking at it, but I would just want to be careful not to give the wrong advice based on my faulty memory. She turns her gaze towards the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find upon my return. However, I know this. If that place is still like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now. Farewell then, reader, all of you, for now. Jodariel earned back her freedom. I want to get Hedwyn home as well. I'm just letting you know, I do not know whether or not the plan is going to work out at all. But we've already gotten Ruki out. Now we got Jodariel out. If we get Hedwyn out, then I will consider that to have been a successful playthrough. Even if it turns out that out is just directly into a flame pool. I don't know what it is.
Scribes are watching from afar. By their grace, may the cycle of the rites keep turning for as long as possible.
And Mia, thank you for doing the shouts out as well. Okay, nobody leveled up, got a new rank, which is fine.
The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours.
Okay. Father, wait! Calm yourself, my son. The Liberation Rite has ended. But no! How can you be so calm, even now, after what happened? Did you strive this night with all your heart, Almer? Yes, but it was not enough! It was not enough! No, my son, it was enough. It was more than enough. Father... I would have been very disappointed to lose to that guy, but much less disappointed than losing to the 1960s Joker sap or I don't know, the Dingo Dogs. You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the fate in the Liberation Rites. Tizo wishes Jodariel a safe journey home. Would that we all make good of such incidents. You succeeded in liberating Jodariel, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We have but a few such liberation rites remaining. Exactly how many I do not wish to speculate about as yet. until such time as we can better say for certain. Under no circumstance would I suggest this is ideal. However, it is an opportunity. It is opportunity enough that our plan may, as yet, succeed. Although all of these setbacks, I fear. Volfred trails off and falls silent. Setbacks, though, we've lost one match. Like here's my concern, you guys. Yeah, Caroluna and Moo are thanking Mia for the shoutouts as well. Thank you again for that. I really do like having that available for people. We faced Volfred's arch nemesis, what's his face, last episode I think, and it didn't even feel close. This was like, what were the evil Mighty Ducks called? Remember when the Mighty Ducks went up? Oh, Iceland. Yeah, remember the evil Iceland team? They were evil and from Iceland, and they just like completely crushed the Mighty Ducks. That's what that feels like, except I don't have Emilio Estevez here. I'm supposed to be Emilio Estevez, and I'm just saying it's not going to happen. So I feel like the next time that we face them, whether it's a Liberation Rite or not, that guy walks free, and I really want to get Hedwyn out of here first. Some of the others exchange looks. They are beginning to understand. With the rite soon ending, everything which Volfred has sought, both on his own for many years and now with all of you, all of it may have been in vain. The hush spreads to the others. But not to you. You then proceed to do something that none of you seem to expect. You raise your voice. Each of your fellow exiles turns to you, their expressions asking you a question with no easy answers. What are you going to do? As you meet Hedwyn's gaze, the words for the occasion begin to crystallize in your minds. Okay, hold on. You are searching for the right words as all of your fellow exiles are looking to you now. Search for the words to say to your fellow exiles. Interact to gather your thoughts. Okay, hold on. You tell them that you have stood together time after time. Oh, hold on. We can interact to consider a different way to put this. Hold on. Let's look at it. Hold on. You tell them that you have all stood together time after time throughout this quest and are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity. Well, what's our other options? You're not going to mince words with anyone here because by now each of you knows each other well. All struggled to come this far on the downside through many challenges which you have faced. I actually like that one the best so far. Okay. Yeah, see, glorious opportunity sounds a bit... I don't know. Can we reword that part of it? Think only a hollow fool would turn back now? No. No, okay, hold on. Hold on. No. No. Okay. Through many challenges which you have faced, or only to reach this low point in your journey? No. We've made it through together. We did it together. It is clear now that not all of you are going to return. Surely this has weighed heavily on everyone. Each of you knew this outcome was a possibility. But really? Did we? Your path to freedom is still laid bare before you. True freedom is not waiting for you in the Commonwealth. Now, that's not untrue. The path is difficult enough without the added burden of despair. I like that. Yeah, I like this. Don't give up. Meanwhile, the stars themselves are shining on for you. All of what transpired cannot be mere chance. You all have a divine duty to uphold. I don't know about that last part. The Commonwealth is already in upheaval. There you have unfinished business to conduct. You have to resist the forces that would crush you. I'm not a fan of that language though. So the injustices, yes! The injustices committed on the other side cannot continue. Yes. Yep. I don't even need to see what else there is. That's a really good way to put it. Now is the time to stand and fight the forces that oppose you for your own sake, for those who live oppressed. Well, I kind of feel like we have that in one, actually. That's also good. For those who do not fight, do not prevail. Okay, what about for your own sake? For your people? For each other? For each other. Yeah. Yeah, no, I like this. If you cannot see the merit in this quest, then you are unfit to stand up. No. I'm never a big fan of you're either with me or you're worthless, which is what that feels like. When you look at it that way, which side of the world you end up is up to all of you, to each one of you in your own way. You need but see your journey to its end. No, I like this way better. It's more optimistic, right? When you look at it that way, which side of the world you end up on is all up to you. You need but see your journey to its end. I'm just going to look to see what our other option is here. Yeah, no, because we just said that there's no freedom waiting for you. There's just a different form of fight. So, yeah, I like this. I don't want people to... Here's the thing. Being in the downside need not be a death sentence if the people that we send back to the Commonwealth succeed at overthrowing an unjust system. So, I don't want anybody to feel like if they don't go home now, they never get there. After a brief period of reflection, you share one last sentiment with the group. We have to keep going until we are free. The only failure is to stray from the path. No. Enlightenment avails itself through struggle. We shall reunite someday among the stars. I like that one best of all. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go this one, and then you join the others in silence. Thus you remain together with your thoughts. No one speaks for a time, but then... Damn right, my friend. We've stood together time after time, and I'll be right there with you till the end, no matter where we end up. You see them too then, miss? You see them too then, miss? The scribes among the stars, how they are watching over us.
Thou wouldst dare to change this ancient world, reading one, and yet... Thy words are tinged with certain truths.
May long the stars remain a light for you, reader, madam. All the while, Volfred remains watching you intently. Then his expression softens and he smiles. You are right, of course, my girl. We are the Nightwings. It is precisely as you said. We shall reunite someday among the stars. Lead us then, reader, to the end of our quest. And the dawn of the new age for all our kin. For everyone, for the Nightwings. Everyone responds in kind. Look at two of them. They stand with you no matter what. They await the outcome of your vision of the stars, which burn with renewed fury, because now the last rites beckon. +1 hope permanently. We shall reunite someday. Okay, so I assume that based on what you said, it might have been +1 hope, +1 glory, +1 presence. But yeah, I'm good with hope. That's exactly what I was going for. A hopeful speech. Something to uplift everybody. The stars above now burn with what appears a desperate fury. Many more of them than usual. Look upon them all. The stars of the 8 scribes, they shine together now as one. The lone minstrel draws breath as though surprised by what he sees. He backs away and averts his eyes. This is another sign the rites are soon to cease. Few chances yet remain to confront the adversaries you have met during your journey. Okay, so if we don't rearrange the deck, we will fight the witch Udmilde. And that's fine. If I had any opportunity to uplift Dalbert, like to lose against him, I'd rather do that. Also, I'm just saying there's no way that we like finish out the rites without facing what's his face, like the original leader of the leader of the true Nightwings. It's just gonna happen. So it may not matter what we do. But let's go see if we can fight the Uldmilde here. Because I'd rather do that in a scrimmage match than in the real deal if I can. Nope. Nope. No. No. Although it would be a lot of fun to kick the shit out of Tamitha some more. Okay, yeah. Let's go fight her, because if we knock her down in the rankings, then we don't have to fight her at the actual thing. Oh, Grumpy has built all of the Legos. So, I know that Moo for a while was building like the Lego flower sets and stuff. What kind of Lego sets are you guys doing these days? Is it, have you done any of the Horizon Zero Dawn LEGO sets specifically? The stars reveal to you a path towards the Spring of Jomir, where the rite shall soon continue. Come morning, your travels shall continue. For now, everyone needs to rest. Okay, let's have a chat. You find Hedwyn on his own after Jordariel's liberation. You sense straight away what is on his mind. The two of them were close through much of his life. He looks up at you, but his familiar smile is nowhere to be found. I'm sorry, my friend. I should be in much, much better mood right now. It's just can't believe she's gone. Then he shakes his head. Listen to me, I'm talking like she's... He falls silent again. You can tell he needs some time to himself right now, and you turn to leave. Wait, hold on. Don't leave me here just yet. First of all, my friend, thank you. I don't like to think of it in quite these terms, but out of all of us, I really hoped she'd manage to make it out of here. She's been here the longest, not to mention, I'd probably be dead 10 times over by now if it not for her. What's more, maybe other than Volfred himself, I have a feeling she's really gonna make an impact on this plan of ours back on the other side. I was frankly thinking the same thing. Just the same, though. I am gonna miss her. You and Hedwyn share some memories of Jordariel for a time, though it grows clear to you that he needs some time alone. Thanks again, my friend. I hope that one day all of us can meet again. Jody, she'd be happy on that day, I bet. It is very late now. You part ways after bidding each other a good evening. Moo is building and gluing old discontinued Hidden Side sets for my Halloween display. I am not familiar with Hidden Side. It sounds spooky enough. I think we'll just go. There's no time now to return to Moonlight Alcove as before, as the stars already urged you on. Everyone is ready to make haste for the Spring of Jomir. So every time that I've built like Legos or whatever, I've always enjoyed the process of the building. An issue is just that they are very, very, very expensive. So I always admire when people, have the time and opportunity to do the sets. I'm also super impressed when people do something original with them, because I just can't. That is so far outside my skill set to like create something. To me, like building one of those big Lego sets would be a ton of fun to do, but I'd never be able to like create something from scratch or whatever. Volfred approaches as you fly above his hidden lair at the Moonlight Alcove. You cannot help but wonder if you shall ever return there. Our dear alcove. I've asked my agents to break down the place. It soon shall be gone, if it isn't already. We shall not be returning. We've not the time to do so anyway. And there he is with Oralek, back among the living now and no longer fond of me. I dare not think what he would do with it. Unfortunately, hiding places are of little value once they're found. Once all of this is over, those of us who do not manage to return, we shall have to find another place to live. To try to live, at least. You know, you all call this Halloween time. I call this Reese's Peanut Butter Cup time. Or sometimes Reese's Pieces time. I do not eat a lot of candy as the year goes on, but by God, do I love Reese's Pieces. Most things with the word Reese's in front of them, I am a big fan of. Reese's Pieces, the Reese's, like, they're not called like the thingamajigs, but they were like a soft, where am I going, by the way? Sort of like a soft Twix bar, but of like Reese's material. Kyle Reese, big fan of that guy. Bertrude slithers up to you as the black wagon passes through the skies above her former abode.
Our kind who lurk below, they would scarce believe we soar above them now. We told them when Sandalwood came to fetch us that we shall not return for some time. Our most accomplished laborers with whom we shared so many moons in exile, we trust that they shall carry forth the reputation of our services, for we taught them all we know.
She seems almost nostalgic as she lists off the various services provided at Big Bertrude's. Curses, balms, potions, powders, cleaning reagents, sleep medicines, fungicides, seances. Big Bertrude's earned quite a name for itself throughout the downside for these and other things.
When we are finished here, provided we do not return from whence we came, we shall return to our establishment and carry on our business there, for there is much demand.
See, that's one of the reasons that I'm not, like, hot to trot to send Bertrude over. It's not that she wouldn't be useful. It's that, like, she sort of has built a life for herself here that she's content with. Are you going to break? I'm just gonna break into another Reese's bar thing cup. Yes, I am, Mia. Why do you ask? Oh, Moo have found out Reese's Monkeys. I do not know much about Reese's Monkeys. I probably would not enjoy being bitten by one, but if they were friendly monkeys, sure. Jody K says, when people blow their money on the Lego Millennium Falcon and spend greater than 24 hours building it. Oh, and is then pointing to herself. Yeah. I mean, like, it is to me, there is a great, like, I don't enjoy putting together puzzles. I do enjoy putting together Legos. They're just super fun. The spring of Jolmir has always flown forth from the crushed carapace of Belanthius, the legend whose demise is a rather sordid tale. Perhaps you have already read it in the book. Not all believe the book exists, of course, nor the greater titans, nor the rites. I have encountered exiles believing that this titan perished quite by accident, rather than by a cunning trap laid for it by Jolmir Manymane. They took the titan for a common beast. Perhaps the stars shine down upon out-of-the-way locales such as this one to ensure that they alone shall witness the proceedings. So, our options are Glue Hive or Fall Flat. Tizo wants to go here, and we could do vocations if we do, or Bertrude believes that she can find alchemical reagents she requires along this route. I don't know what that means. That could be a buff for the next match. This feels like it might be more permanent. I'm going to do what Tizo wants. Moo is saying there are worse things to spend one's money on. Yeah, that is like, that's a conversation that is often had in the gaming space. This game, Pyre, the one that we're playing right now, I think that we picked this up on sale for like $10 or $12, and this is episode 7, with every previous episode averaging probably about 3 to 4 hours, somewhere in there. Think about just the return on investment. By the way, it's not just a straight dollar cost for like hours spent. It's the amount of fun that we've had along the way, the amount of conversations, the entertaining characters, the tenseness of the combat, the rites as we've gone. The return on investment, not only in terms of cash, but in time and energy that we've put together, really is second to none in gaming compared to almost any other thing that you can do. So I don't know. I really like gaming. I really like building Legos. Plus at the end, I will say a bit this about Legos. When we're done with Pyre, we're going to have like a fun memory of it. But when you're done with a Lego, you have like a cool Lego set that you built. And then you can like hand it off to Biggest Bug or Littlest Bug and they can smash it into pieces. And then you can build it up again. So really, Legos are also the gift that keeps on giving. By the way, well, I probably shouldn't ask about this. I was going to ask about, apparently one of the bugs was throwing things in math class. And I'm like, you know, well, in Wildermyth, they didn't do that. Like, in Wildermyth, they were very well behaved, except for the point in time that they joined a cult. But, like, what's with the throwing? Sorry. Grumpy was saying, Moo was saying there's worse things to spend money on. Grumpy was saying like hookers and blow. And Mia was saying, right, because hookers and opium are the way to go. You meet up with Tizo, who suggested you go ranging with him through the Glue Hive. Tizo wants to join you for a walk. Or in his case, more of a flutter. Together, a hop. Together, you set out to explore the barren wastes around the Black Wagon. You find little to speak of other than desolation, typical of the downside. Tizo seems ready for a nap and wants to head back to the wagon. You and Tizo make your way back to the wagon. Though uneventful, your search helped ease the burden weighing on you and leaves you with time to prepare for your vocations. So, I've never foraged for resources. You know what? We're going to study in private because I don't know if there's like an achievement for getting all of them, but I'm pretty sure that we like are down to the last one. Plus, like, this is something that benefits everybody, no matter who's sick, no matter who goes home. Like, if we put all of our money into upgrading like one person's token, talisman, we get nothing out of it in the end. So yeah, +1 glory. Caroluna is saying joining in a cult is really bad behaviors. Well, Caroluna, it depends on the cult. If it's the cult of Mia, for example, then I think you eat poop a lot. I'm trying to remember the story there. So not a great example, but what about the cult of, I don't know, like pie? That's got to be pretty good. Some nice rhubarb. The book seems to push back against you. You sense its hidden meaning crumbles under layers of contradiction, of missing details, and yet you feel a thorough knowledge of it now. It's more artifact than book. Its power almost solely rests with the reader, who makes time to form a certain meaning from the many passages unwritten. And yet, the glimpse of knowledge you approached just then called back at you to stop and go no further, not to press too forcefully against the outer limits of your understanding. Nevertheless, for what you recognize shall have to be the final time. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, even now you cannot tell. Okay, righteousness. All Nightwings got +2 glory. So is that +2 total or +2 on top of the +1? I'm not sure that we'll be able to tell. You look up to see the lone minstrel there. You had not noticed him. He looks up at you with his strange eyes, a color not unlike the bindings of the book, and he smiles at you faintly. The moment passes, and he turns to go about his business. He leaves you there. You realize you are clutching the Book of Rites to your chest. You manage to pull away. Okay, hold on. I just want to look at everybody's glory. Yeah, it's just +2. Okay, it's not +3. That's fine. I never thought that it was more than +2. Oh my goodness, Ronan, thank you so much for the resubscription. So, Moo is clarifying the story. Littlest Bug upset some other kid who threw a small whiteboard eraser at him. Littlest Bug said he tossed it back. He says he has no clue why the other kid was so upset. So we're meeting with the teacher next week to find out the whole story, because I'm sure he was behaving in a way that prompted the other kid to throw an eraser at him to shut him up, at least going off this behavior with his older sibling. Mia is saying that was a Guinness cult. That was Guinness's cult in Galt of Lamb, and that Mia was a victim. Oh, that's right. That's right. Mia was the one eating the poop. The Mia character, I think it was. Cult of the Cake, says Cara Luna. Yeah, like a really good, like... I would like to have... You know what I'm not sure that I've had ever, but certainly not in a very long time? Baked Alaska. It sounds delicious, like the dessert. Not the person, he sucks, but... The actual dessert would be great. Marquack, thank you so much for the 500 bits cheer. Marquack, I wanted to ask, I was trying to remember, is Little Andy back with you currently? That is correct, isn't he? Like, he's with you leading up to the surgery, but he is with you now. That wasn't perspective in the future. I just hope that he's doing well and that, you know, that he's comfortable and having a nice autumn. Jody K says, I tossed a piece of rock salt and someone who threw it back at me in the bus in middle school. Of course, the bus driver only saw me, so I got lunch detention. I could never find out where I was supposed to go for it, so I never served my time. Nice. Little Andy is with Mark Wack until the 12th, which is when he goes in for his surgery, and he's napping right now. And then it's straight from surgery to, hopefully, the next stage of rehab, and then the forever home. Shay's scribe catcher. The bundle of sticks Shay insisted on hanging in the rafters. She believes it brings good fortune. Why insisted? Why wouldn't we just let her do that? Everybody else gets to store their crap around here. Oh, Pamith's moonshine. Remember that? Remember her? Okay, like, we're ready to go, right? I think. Yeah, and Marquack says that is correct. Yeah, our animals have always gotten like more active during this time of year. It's almost like it's cooler and the sun isn't out as much at this time of year. So they start like racing around a lot more because they want to like heat themselves up like the sun used to. Moo is saying that she keeps telling Littlest Bug it doesn't really matter what anyone does to him. He gets in trouble for what he does, and it's usually the one retaliating who gets caught. Yeah, learning that self-control is a long journey, especially if you feel ignored, wronged, slighted, insulted, belittled. It makes you sad. And as a kid, I remember me being as a kid not having the sense of self to like be like I am now, of like, you know, just forget them. Like, today, any number of people don't like me. I just sort of like go on about my business. But when you're a kid, it feels so shocking that like, what did I do? The idea that not everybody likes every person, but like why? And you want to learn more about that. And I think as a kid, at least, my motivation was I wanted to be better. I wanted people to like me more. And it's only as I've gotten older in life that I realized that some people just aren't worthy of liking you, and like you don't want to be liked by them because it would fundamentally change who you are. Not even that they're like a bad person necessarily, but sometimes you just have different interests or whatever. So it's a long journey for kids to learn that. And it's one of the reasons why I respond so warmly when I see any sort of message of like, you're good just the way you are. You don't need to change in response to other people. Whatever it is that you're into, whether it's sports or video games or writing or art, photography, sculpting, dance, music, there's other people out there that are also into that. And you may not be the best and you may not be the worst, but you can enjoy it and pursue those hobbies, and other people will find you and you will find them. Halt, everyone, I beg of you, please forgive my rudeness here. The black wagon has shuddered to a stop en route to the Spring of Jomir. There's some commotion as the lone minstrel motions for everyone to be still. Mia's gonna kill anyone who doesn't like me. And then Grumpy is saying, I like that people don't like me. They leave me alone. Yeah, when I was younger, there was a big, like, I very much wanted to draw attention. And what I learned, oftentimes the hard way, is when you have a lot of attention, then people are watching everything you do and say, and there's a lot of scrutiny to it. So you'd better be extremely well prepared for what they're going to see. Moo is hugging everybody. Jody K is saying, I was the one left out, tease, etc. My bullying was more passive and less obvious. And bullying nonetheless, Jody K. Being excluded is very much its own hurt, its own emotional pain. Knowing that there's plans going on that you are specifically being omitted from. Yeah, I've been there too. And it hurts a whole bunch. Someone is there, along our path ahead. He points into the distance. However, when you scan the horizon, everything is still. You see no sign of whomever the lone minstrel referred to. Still, he indicates caution. Strange. I do not believe I was mistaken. A tense moment passes, then another. Then, the lone minstrel tenses up. Our guest. He is there. You look towards where he signals, and then, at last, you see the cause of his concern. There's no mistaking who it is. Shit. Oralek stands there, near motionless, atop some forgotten rock jutting out from the dry flats, a fair distance away. He stands directly on the path of your black wagon. Yet he shows no signs of acknowledging the wagon's presence. He appears only to be waiting for something, likely for you all. The lone minstrel gets your attention quietly. Reader, what do your senses tell you this time? Oralek may have come with ill intent. Hail him. Yeah, hi. Hello. Like, if he wants a fight, we'll get into a fight. We'll lose, but I'm okay with that. But let's find out what he wants. There has to be a way to reason with Oralek and bridge differences between him and his former triumvirate. Perhaps he has come to negotiate. Perhaps you are correct. Let us try and make contact with him then, as we proceed. You give the signal for the drive imps to start the wagon and head towards him. But just as you reach the point where Orlek once stood, it seems our guest has already departed. Let us remain watchful as we proceed on course. Indeed, Orlek is nowhere to be found now. The unnerving encounter causes everyone to fall silent for the remainder of the trip. Carolina was giving more than a Mia a kind hug. Jody K is saying, I'm the one always forgotten. I'm pretty sure at this point in my life, most of the time, it's not deliberate being left out, more that they forget that I exist. And that also sucks, because like you're not being regarded is the thing. Like, even if there's no malice to it, it doesn't stop it from feeling bad. This is just me acknowledging that, yeah, I've been there, and I feel like most people have felt that at one point or another, but for some people it's much more pervasive because it's more consistent at different stages in their life, and they just feel it more acutely if it's something that continues on. So I'm sorry that is the experience. And Jody K, what I can say is that we're very glad to have you here, and I'm always delighted to see you show up, whether it's in this chat, in Mia's, in like Samalander's or Caroluna's. Anytime that you're here, I just want you to know that. Your wagon finally arrives at the spring of Jomir, or Yomir? We've heard it pronounced at least once, where there is still no sign of Orlek, or your next adversaries for that matter. Your companions organize a quick search about the premises, leaving you to watch the wagon until the rites commencement. Okay, hold on, let's have a chat first. I don't have any money at the slug wagon anyway. Something is wrong. Someone is here, alone with you. I think I see him. Orlek seems to have something on his mind. So basically he hitched a ride, and that's fine. I'd like to have a chat with this guy. Orlek seems to be examining various objects in the wagon. Whether he has noticed you, you cannot tell. What he's doing here and how he got in unnoticed, you cannot imagine. You watch him go about whatever he is doing. Why don't we talk to him? It's our home, after all. Examining all sorts of things that you and your fellow exiles gathered on your journey. He shakes his head. All of these trinkets. I don't really have a voice for this guy. This wagon, it is most different now. Welcoming, and yet I am unwelcome here, it seems. In my own wagon. He directs his gaze at you, acknowledging your presence for the first time. You, a mere shadow. Tell me something. Who are you to them? I am their friend. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I'm their friend. Moo was giving Jody K a hug. Jody K was also saying that it really fucking sucks, and now I live alone, which really sucks as an extrovert. The pandemic has taken a different emotional toll on each of us, but living alone might have been the best way to remain the safest these last several years. I know that that's not the type of problem solving that you're looking for, but the reason that came to mind is that as an extrovert, you know, I would think a lot of times there might be an opportunity to like pick up a roommate or two, and just right now, as soon as my mind went there, my mind went to, oh, I'm not sure that I would want to manage quarantine protocols with others. But Jody K, if it's I hope that at least on some level, being able to hang out in this stream, in Mia's stream, you know, anywhere else in the community, in Mia's Discord, the watch parties and so forth, that we've been able to provide at least some level of interaction. I know that it may not be a fitting substitute for direct in-person interactions, but some sort of, you know, feedback and live interaction. I've always imagined, of all of the punishments that like the standard prison system could inflict, solitary confinement, that would chew away at my sanity, and it would happen so fast it really wouldn't take much solitary to just, I would not come out the same person. So I can only envision what it's like for people who feel like the pandemic and the type of like social isolation that we've been doing is its own form of just total isolation. Because I can see that being a thing for people, and it would weigh very heavily for sure. You tell Oralek that you have traveled all across the downside with this group, and count them as your trusted friends. It is a different group now than in his day.
A friend, is it? Beware then, for the Nightwings do not always treat their friends with all due charity. Relay to them a message for me, Shadow. Tell them I shall have my night.
He strides right past you towards the door, but then he turns to you again once more.
I shall have my night.
Then Oralek is gone. Suda, and hello to Suda, is saying solitaire would be a vacation for me, honestly. See, as I understand it, in solitary, there's nothing. It's not like you have a book to read or a television to watch or a recipe to cook or something else. It's just you in a box. And that would not go well for me. Like, I wouldn't do well in the Overlook without all of the ghosts, without all the Jack Nicholson shit going on. Like, just that. Anyway, sorry, I'm sort of getting inside my own head on this. Several of your companions return as you exit the wagon and you explain what happened. However, none of them saw Oralek. Most concerning, reader, though I am thankful that you are well. Oralek, he was always a peaceful individual, and yet his disposition is much different now. Perhaps we had best inspect the wagon for any signs of tampering in light of these events. You and the others conduct an exhaustive search in and around the black wagon for any signs of objects missing or tampered with, as well as the signs of damage or foul play. The search yields nothing. No one finds any sign that anything was moved or tampered with. Even the drive amps seem calm. They've all been given their Vicodin. The incident leaves you questioning your own recollection of what happened. You try to clear your mind, for the rite is soon now to commence. But not before we go to the slug wagon. Ba-da-ba. Hey, you guys, where's your friend? You know, the big one with the horns, likes frowning, stuff like that? Something happened there or what? I heard a crazy story. She just flew on out of here or something. Anyways. Alright, well, we can buy this squiggle jar. It's a typhoon bottle. While the Bear's Triumvirate is banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. Shit, that's really good. I can't afford that at all. Yeah, nor do I feel like selling anything. Oh, well, hold on. We could... Only usable by Jodario. We could sell this. Wait, have we been... I just assumed they all took their things back with them. Is there any reason not to sell this? I'm a little nervous that selling these things might not be the greatest idea if we have to, like, reconnect with them later somehow, but... +3 quickness. Yeah, only usable by Rookie. Guys, it never occurred to me to look to see if we got these things back. Okay, so now I suddenly have $300. No, I don't want anything that's cursed. Thank you. Flame Leech. After dousing an adversary's pyre, bearer's pyre recovers equal to the 50% of damage dealt. That's not bad. But here's the thing. Who would I even put it on? That one's only usable by Shay. Haoob's Wing, only usable by Tizo. So I guess, yeah, okay, so what would I want to put on this guy? Possibly that one that we just looked at, right? How do I go back to the shop? Here we go. So I could put something on that dude. Oh, we can get tonics that will get some, like, permanent boosts as well. But I suspect that that's only for one person. Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of that stuff. Alright, Flame Leech, that's what we were just looking at. Bottled Void. After getting banished, the bearer returns in a burst that draws in nearby adversaries. Well, that seems pretty cool. Especially since Volfred is so goddamn slow, he gets banished all the time. I'm gonna get Typhoon Bottle, though. That seems really good. Yeah. And then, do we want to, like, upgrade anything? I'm going to vote yes. So, I could get 61, 44, and 50. Yeah, let's get 2 plus 4s rather than, like, 1 plus 5. Okay, there we go. Blew all my cash. So, I would probably want to... Well, then again, he's going home next, if I possibly can afford it. So, instead, let's give this guy his brand new Typhoon bottle. And... yeah, that's not really something that can be leveled up, I guess. So, Big Bertrude. Well, that's already level 20. And that's already level 20. So we can basically do Ha'oop's Wing, and I'm very comfortable with that. So let's level that up to level 17. And then, yeah, man, we'll probably do this guy's Talisman, because why wouldn't you? Yeah, we get a whole extra second on there. And it doesn't sound like much, but that's like a 50% increase almost. Not quite. Actually, looking at it, it's probably more like a 40, 35% increase somewhere in there, but I'll take it. And just to take a look, Jody K was confirming that the... Mia would love to spend a winter at the Overlook. I would be okay, I think, if I had books and something like videos. If I brought like a big like movie collection, like a whole bunch of television shows that I've never watched. Here's the rest of Better Call Saul. Here's all of MASH. Like I could while away the days taking care of the place and then having other things to distract me. Like I need something to write with, like not necessarily a typewriter, but like a computer of some kind. But I'm assuming, by the way, no internet and no like live broadcast because it's very remote, right? Suda was saying of the pandemic, it's nice until it isn't, if that makes sense. I have a really hard time being around people, even the ones that I care about. Hold on. Why does it randomly choose not to scroll and then it scrolls way too much? Scrolling down, please. Okay. Carolyn was saying that it bugged him as a kid being ignored. Now I'm mostly fine with it. I'm more on Grumpy's side there. Yeah, as am I, Caroluna. Jody K says, technically I'm an ambivert, an extro-dominant. Moo does not know what she is. Well, I mean, a pretty cool person. I'd say that. Suda's saying, a whole lot of nothing sounds great. The near silence, the meditation I can get done. So much trauma healed. Okay, and let me just... Jody K is saying, I've been single for 17 years. Every time I thought there might be something, they don't even have the balls to tell me. They just poof. Oh, yikes. Yeah, Jody K, I'm sorry to hear about that. It is important on a basic human level to... Okay, we got a whole bunch of pages out of that. To have enough respect for people to, like, communicate with them rather than ghost them. Okay, Celestial Landmark. The mood is more dour than usual as you make preparations for the coming rite. A hush has fallen over your fellow exiles, and a sense of dread hangs in the air. At least one of your companions is unfazed.
We sense the influence of one of our own. She is nearby, her mind corrupted, calls out, screaming. Canst thou hear it, perhaps?
She speaks of Witch Udmilde, the adversary whom you expect to face this night.
The witch, she doth reveal an ancient god undying and unyielding on this land and on her consciousness. We may attempt an exorcism here, for the conditions are unique, and she may not be expecting us to be abetting ye. However, 'tis a risk upon her mind and my own, although a worthwhile risk, perhaps.
Bertrude seems to think that Udmilde can be weakened somehow through the coming rite. Then the stars above begin to shimmer with their strange light. Suda is saying to Jody, that's rough, and it makes me want to break some knees on your behalf, but I know that can be too much, so I will refrain. Kierlun is saying that he does know the feeling, having been single for probably about 25 years or so, but not sure if it really bothers me, though. Yeah, I mean, some people... There's all sorts of different ways that people interact, and I've been very interested to see the rise of, you know, not only straight, gay, lesbian, queer, pansexual and so forth, but also just asexual. Just people who enjoy the company of others, but not in a like physically romantic sense. It's just not something that they find very interesting. And the conversation is so much broader and more comprehensive and more interesting than it was when I was growing up. So yeah, not everybody, like for me, just before we read further in our video game, for me, the social isolation of the pandemic was not much of a change because I still went into the office, and even if nobody else was there, I spent my whole day getting on the phone and talking with them. I spent my whole day interacting with people through email and instant message. I come home and I do streams and I interact with my producer and hear her stories about her day. So it's like the office is physically quieter, but nothing else changed. So for me, all of the isolation from the pandemic just sort of changed the general atmosphere when I'm walking through the halls at work, and very little else. That's not true for a lot of people. A lot of people went home and then didn't come back out for months. They didn't feel like they could go anywhere, and it was just such a different experience, and some people really need that direct face-to-face interaction with people in a way that I'm just sort of comfortable without. So I try to bear that in mind, that the pandemic has taken a different psychological and emotional toll on people, even as COVID has sometimes taken a pronounced physical toll. Oh, yeah, no, Carolyn, I didn't mean to imply that you were asexual. Just like, it's just like another point on that graph of where people are more or less, it's not even an introvert-extrovert thing, but just more or less in need of contact with others, where some people will just, like, they're just not interested in a romantic relationship. And other people just, like, they're comfortable without it. It's just... There's what I'm saying is that there's an endless array of possibilities, and I try to keep that in mind when I'm like, oh man, the pandemic was no big deal for me. That must mean it's no big deal for anyone, when obviously the exact opposite of that is true. Reading on for Bertrude here. There, the star. By the way, it's sometimes nice to give my voice a rest, particularly from Bertrude and Volfred.
There, the star, Islak. Our adversary worships it, and whom it represents. Fixate upon that star, reading one. If thou so darest, invoke its power. Do so, and our adversary Utmilde, she shall be emboldened, but also left vulnerable to our own sorceries. We may yet limit her ambitions thus.
Bertrude asks you to invoke the Star of Islak in this rite. No, I do not intend to do that. After your adversaries grab the orb, their auras will slowly shrink rather than vanish. Right, no, I'm not going to do that. Even though that sounds like one of the more minimal ones, no, I'm not going to do that. First of all, I don't believe in cheating, unlike the downward-facing dog that we faced last time. That guy just, like, gets a free bonus. Mia loves you guys. Jody K saying it's becoming hard to allow myself to open up. I almost feel like I've become forced Demi. I just don't know what Demi might be short for.
The infamous Rita returns, along with her remaining retinue of miscreants. You managed recently to rid yourself of yet another one. Your adversaries, the Withdrawn. As with you, they must be very desperate for their freedom. They shall not make it any easier from here.
So, Suda and Jody K are saying demisexual. This is unfamiliar to me. Like, I try to keep up with like all of the ways in which the conversation is evolving, and demisexual is just, I'm not familiar with that one. Mia saying to Angel's point, I feel like I've been emotionally devastated by the pandemic and not recovering like other people have. It's done a number on my anxiety and sleep issues, and I don't want to get back to normal. Carolina's saying, I'm not sure why I'm fine with being single, probably because egotistic. I'm going to read the rest of this sentence, but Carolina, egotistic is about the furthest from a descriptor that I would assign to you. Being single means free, no need to plan stuff with your significant other all the time. I do what I want myself all the time. Carolina, you can enjoy your own company. I wouldn't call that egotistical at all. Enjoying the freedom you have to plan your own time. I have always heard, for as long as I've been alive, the best vacations are the ones that you take yourself. Now, don't get me wrong, I've gone on some very nice vacations with other people, but I've always heard from all around me the opinion that if you have the opportunity to just go somewhere on your own, to just do that, because then your time is your own, your plans are your own, you don't need to coordinate with other people, you don't need to weigh one person's interests against another, you get to just enjoy that time and then come back with all of the great stories. And I don't think that that's egotistic at all. I feel like, basically, I guess my reaction here is I think that you should feel comfortable enjoying your own company and your freedom, because I just, like, maybe I'm reading too much into egotistical, but that's usually said with a very negative connotation, and I just don't feel like it applies.
What have we here? You have returned once more unto our presence. We sense something among ye who...
Gertrude slithers forth and gazes at her adversary.
Thou maggot, we should have known.
But Gertrude does not respond.
Ye Nightwings, that one shall be of little benefit to ye. That one's sorceries are mere pittance to the overwhelming might of Islak. Soon ye shall see.
So, Jody K has defined it. A demi-romantic person is someone who only develops romantic feelings for another person when they have a strong emotional connection to them. Okay. Though probably more demi-romantic than demisexual. Probably Jody K is saying that of herself. Yeah, I'm familiar with the concept, but I did not know that that was the name for it. Jody K says, going places alone just makes me feel more alone. Understood.
Reading one, thou didst not invoke the stark Islak. How circumspect of thee. Thus shall our sorceries be limited in strength. Let us prevail regardless.
Choose quickly your triumvirate.
So, I mean, I would certainly benefit from having him up at maximum, and he's got some green to spend. Didn't he just... No, he wasn't in the last right. Okay, so let's grab him. Yeah, let's get him. Okay, so let's have Shay.
Shay.
Let's have Hedwyn. And let's have... Yeah, probably him. Wolfred.
Fine.
Udmilde, whatever her designs upon the rites, they cannot be good. She has dangerous intent.
Now then, Nightwings, ye wish to mock Islak, ye in your infinite foolishness shall be the first to suffer.
They've got big shotgun blasts. I don't know how well this is gonna go.
Commence.
Blarg.
Good. A favorable start.
'Twas of no consequence. We shall awaken him. Try as you might to set us back.
Fuck you! Did I get him?
Udmilda banished.
Get in there!
Glorious.
I don't like it.
Shay plunged into the fire.
Why did the thing not go?
Unacceptable.
Holy shit, that took away a lot.
Yes. Glory. No more than a lick of flame remains.
Fuck! I do not think that I've heard him go oof before.
And it is done.
Alright, awesome. We knocked Udmilde down a peg.
May their next adversaries fare a little better. The ceremony is complete.
How can this be? Curse ye, Islak, wreak thy damnation upon thine enemies.
Which Udmilde continues her screaming after having been defeated in the rite.
Thou art foolish and incapable, Udmilde. Begone now from this place. Take thine accursed god with thee. Blasphemer, ye shall suffer for this.
Udmilde recedes into the shadows, spouting curses all the while.
Our adversary is thwarted, but only for the time.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
Okay, I think Hedwyn is our first and only rank 5 dude. Master of the rites. This is just a starting point, and not a destination, isn't it? A mark along a path. I wouldn't have come this far unless I'd figured all that out by now. I can only hope with what I've learned here that can be used to help us. I can only hope that what I've learned here can be used to help us in some way. Yeah, hopefully. So we've only got 2 choices. While bearing the orb, Hedwyn and his allies move with and past the orb more quickly, which seems like a hard lock here. Yeah.
Praise be to Gol Golathanion. What is it you recall there, Beaufort, my old friend?
Oh, I think we unlocked something. The rites demand we act as one mind in perfect unison and harmony, and free of any doubt. I have grown more accustomed to being a part of the Nightwings of today. Okay, so we're probably going to choose one of these guys. While using his shield ability, Volfred shields his allies as well, is an extremely good one. Volfred permanently gains +5 hope, hastening how quickly he returns from his banishment, which is like fucking all the time. However, the shielding everybody is a big damn deal.
May misfortune find you ere the turning of the stars.
There's going to be more dialogue here in a second. I just want to make sure it's not spoken. Okay, quickly, Jodie K is saying that her brother is hetero, demi-romantic, sapiosexual. Mia says that's a great combo. I think that's a great combo. I get it. Have you ever asked him to come hang out in Twitch with us? But Jodie K is saying that's not really his thing and he's very busy. Sud is saying, I am transgender, pansexual, demi-romantic sexual. And Mia, and this is very, like, much the way that I feel about it as well. I am so grateful to folks in this community for expanding my awareness of the spectrum of gender and sexuality. Jodie K says, I'm not cis, but I don't know what I am. Bisexual, jaded, demi. Oh, and Suda is also saying polyamorous. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, when society is structured in a way that people don't feel comfortable sharing their own experiences, their own orientations, their own, like, ways of navigating through different social interactions, it's very easy to think that the way that you do it personally, the way that you feel, is universal. And I've learned so much from listening to and hearing from other people whose experiences are very different. And I'm very grateful for having had that opportunity. And for everybody that, like, opts to share their story and to, like, expand the understanding, because I believe it's not just for me, it's for anybody else who is exposed to those ideas. Back at the Black Wagon, you find the lone minstrel examining your fellow exiles after they secured victory over the Withdrawn rather soundly. It is plain to you that none of them look well. Oh, that's not good. The lone minstrel notices you there and turns to you. Reader, the fast returning of the cycle of the rites has put a strain on everyone. We have multiple cases of banishment sickness this time. Barely anybody got banished, dude. It is fortunate that your other companions are available to conduct the coming rite, because I fear this group here requires rest. You bid Shay a swift recovery, and she nods weakly in response. You exchange a look with Volfred, who seems exhausted after the last rite. As for Hedwyn, it is clear to you that he wishes to be left alone right now. You leave the lone minstrel to look after them, and turn your attention to the stars that remain shining in the dark outside. I'm glad that we've been sort of leveling people up pretty evenly. Samlander makes an old joke about multi-amory or polyphilia. I may not know the old joke. Jody K wavers between she and they. Jody K, if I ever get it wrong, do let me know. My goal is always to refer to people in the way that they would prefer. So hold on a second. So next up would be the Ashpaws guys. They're now tied with Udmilde. Or we've got this guy. I don't really want to fight Lendl the Liar. Let's see if we can fight the Dingo Dogs. Or the Sap guy, even though he's not at the top of the list. I just really like beating the shit out of that guy. Are those the only three options? We got 1, 2, 3... And then up there. Okay, so of the set that we can do, we got him. Well, then we'll probably fight him because he's up higher. Let me just check where the Sap guy is. Yeah, I want to fight like whoever's like highest on the list because I just feel like I always want to fight like the toughest guy because that's the only way I'm going to get better. Hello to Harmonious Crow, who says good morning / evening, afternoon / night. Yeah, here it is heading into, like, I'd say the mid-evening. It's in our time zone, just a little, the 20 of 8 p.m. I see it's time we met again with Lendl and the Accusers. We can make for the Hulk of Oris at first light, my girl. Let us recover through the night for now. There's not much, it's too late to do much else. You find Bertrude asleep, or perhaps in a deep trance, or even you sense nothing from her. Hedwyn notices as well and joins you to check on her. Haven't seen her like this before. She's barely breathing. She's not responding. He leans in for a closer look when...
Halt thy advance, knave! Dare thee to disturb our slumber?
I'm terribly sorry, Bertrude. The reader and I... We were just checking to make sure that you were all right, because of how we saw you there just now.
And how exactly didst thou just see us there now?
Well, you appear to be dormant, or perhaps...
Didst thee think we had simply perished here, perchance? Crumpled over in our ancient age, a weakling barely clinging to this wretched coil?
No, I mean, well, maybe... I sincerely apologize for having disturbed you, Bertrude. I know all this must be an adjustment, having to be around someone like me, maybe the others too. If there's anything we can do to make your stay more comfortable...
We shall not yield to thy flirtations, boy.
Flirtations? Wait, no, I...
Know that our hearts already belong to another, boy. Thou knowest nothing of our ways whilst waking or in dream. Thus... We advise thee ample caution in thy future interactions, lest we use thee as a subject for our sorceries. However, we do appreciate thy flattery. Thine advances make us feel like a young tad once more, We were among the most sought after of our kind within the southern bogs.
Wisely, Hedwyn remains silent.
Thou art free to depart now, boy.
Hedwyn turns to leave, but
know that we do appreciate thou taking the time to check upon us whilst we dream, and know that our stay amongst thee has been comfortable enough thus far.
Thank you, Bertrude.
Thou art welcome, boy.
Despite the oddness of the exchange you witnessed, you sense that Hedwyn and Bertrude gained a better understanding of each other. Yeah, well, they're going to have a good understanding since they're both going to be bedridden for the next fight. Or actually, she wasn't part of the last fight. Jody K is saying more she, they than they, she for Jody K. Harmonious Crow is saying hi to Mia. Thank you for the shout out. Fox Fam is saying scree. Harmonious Crow is going to be starting Alan Wake American Nightmare this morning. So I'll update my Twitch. Harmonious Crow, as far as I know, no one in our immediate community have played that. I have heard, like, I did not play it because I heard that people were disappointed that it wasn't Alan Wake 2, which is now in development. So I'll be very interested to know what you think of it, and I will certainly want to check in on either your live stream or your VODs if they're available. I'll be very curious about that. So we're going to head up north. If we find any story beats, we will touch them. Okay, so we have three choices. Faster route for vocations. Tizo wants to fish for something tasty. I don't know what to do what Tizo wants. Or you may learn of his recent activity. I think we did this once and was completely mystified as to what, if anything, it meant. So I'm going to go do what Tizo wants. Maybe we'll get a fish to sell. Search the sea. Foxjam is going to go support, lurk to support a few friends. I hope you have a great night. Foxjam, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope the little one is doing very well, and I hope that everybody is settled in and having a nice early October here. Oh, and thank you for the follow, FoxFam. The sea is peaceful for the most part, save for occasional strange shimmers beneath the surface. You realize the lone minstrel is looking down at them along with you. Those shapes down there, they must be worms of the Sea Dominion cast into exile. I understand they tirelessly fought the Commonwealth's wars, having grown weary of their own. They must make for worthy adversaries. Here comes Tizo! Tizo appears to have spotted something tasty. Tizo dives in without warning into the depths below. And there he goes again. That one enjoys being at sea despite its perils. Eventually, the little imp resurfaces, clutching something in its claws. It's a spotted slurg, which can be sold for $85. And we will. Oh, and we get time for wow. Okay. We get time for this as well. So we could forage for resources or mentor companion. The only companion that I would probably mentor would be Volfred. He is sick right now. Yeah, because I'm not sure what else I'm going to do with money right now. Yeah, if we mentor Shay, she shoots up. We could mentor Tizo, but that again might max him out. I think that Volfred is the only reasonable mentee. Certainly, I would appreciate your point of view. You and Volfred go over what you know of the celestial landmarks you have been to and how their properties impact the Nightwings and the Rites. You can tell he knows many of them well by now. As we traverse life's many unexpected challenges, so must we cover a variety of terrain along our quest. Now Mia has me thinking about what, like if I could bring an unlimited amount of pre-recorded entertainment into the Overlook Hotel to fill those days, what would I want to bring? Like, I mean, and there must be some, I mean, obviously oh, my whole Steam library, but let's see, 5 games. Civilization 6, Stellaris, I'm gonna have to think about this. Like good games that I return to over and again. Anno 1800.
You are nothing, reader. Nothing but a mindless farmhand. Your every action is a stain upon the legacy of the 8 scribes. The rites have been a long-held secret to keep out those such as you.
Sam Linder saying Factorio. Yeah, Factorio and Oxygen not included for me. That might round out the 5 list. Mia was also voting for Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is also a very strong choice because there's just you can just lose so much time in that game. Like I'm specifically thinking of games that I've played, and then when I looked at the clock, like 5 hours was gone. You wake from what little sleep you managed this past night. Once more, the voice tormented you within your dreams. You attempt to rid your memory of it. If the voice truly is that of the Arch-Justice Androbolus 9 himself, as Wolfred indicated, then none of you are likely to receive too warm a welcome should you regain your freedom. Well, yeah, but also, fuck him, he's a voice. He can yell at us. Here in the steady currents of the Sea of Solace, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Jodariel, whom you liberated in the fall of Solium. You learn Jodariel's past transgressions have all been forgiven. She was soon to be reinstated on the Blood Border on the presumption that she wanted her old status back. In fact, she was offered an especially prestigious leadership position in the First Veil, which is an elite Blood Border platoon shrouded in secrecy, other than the famous results of its operations. For a demon such as she could not be seen in the streets, but she refused the gesture rather bluntly, the report suggests. Instead, she sought Wolfred's agents, as well as several of her former fostered sons and daughters. And so, the ranks of the revolution grew stronger. The last part of the messenger imp's news must have been damaged in transit, though it appears to be in Jodariel's own words. All you can see is it says, await. You thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Your companions are excited to discuss the news.
We can envision it. A demon such as she set loose within the Commonwealth.
Having someone of Jodariel's will and stature with us on the other side shall pave the way towards a brighter future. Tizo says... Tizo is fired up about the news of Jodariel's return to the Commonwealth. Do you think she still has her horns, now that she's back up there? There's nothing she can't handle. I miss her bad sometimes, but I'm glad she's all right. The news of Jodariel's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. +1 hope for all. I really would like to catch up on Better Call Saul. I wouldn't mind doing a rewatch of Buffy and Angel. I remember really liking those shows back when they came out. Who knows if they would hold up today. It'd be fun to catch up on the Disney Plus shows, but again, I'm sort of planning in my head no internet connection, right? So, oh, and by the way, Mia had also said Red Dead 2. That is another game that just in the story mode you could spend a lot of time with. Samler says, I'd probably take as many novels as I'd want to read and haven't. Yeah, a Kindle fully loaded, for sure. So many books, for sure. Samler says, right now I really want to read Six of Crows, but I never have time. I'm not familiar with Six of Crows by title. The way it sounds like a Game of Thrones book, but I'm confident that it's not because they don't write those anymore. And as for DVDs, Sam Leonard would probably bring... Oh, you know what? Getting into anime would be fun. Like, I just want to bring, like, One Piece. Just all of One Piece and see what all the fuss is about. Okay, let's sell our fish. Hey, you guys. It's always nice to see some more customers because, you know, I don't always get too much around here and sometimes it gets kind of lonely here, I guess. All right, 1 fish. Worth only for sale. All right, so I had $137. I can buy this permanent +1 hope. And I actually really like that. Like, permanent upgrades are good. The other thing that I could do is buy another upgrade juice, but, like, God willing, Hedwyn's headed out. Like, he's done. That's already level 20. That's level 17, so I could buy a +3, I suppose. That can't be upgraded. And that can't be upgraded. So, like, if I'm to spend my money on anything, do we have a +3? No. We've got a +2 and a +1, so let's do that. +1. Okay, and then, I mean, I can't imagine there's anything else that I want, really? Yeah, if I could afford both the jeweled band and the runed band, that would be really awesome. But I don't think that I can do that. So I'm feeling like, why not the fortified sun serum? Somebody gets a permanent +1 hope. Let's do it. Yes. Like, what am I saving the money for? We're rounding out near the end. So here's Tizo. Yeah, so we're gonna get him up to rank 20. Okay, his flutter and zip abilities are now free, which is incredibly unbalanced in our favor, and I love it. We can't bring him into the next match, but he'll be doing some good stuff. Now, who do I want to have the hope? Probably whoever has the lowest hope, as long as it's not Hedwyn. So 23, 17, 13. Yeah, so probably her. Respawn time is 9.7 seconds. It's probably never gonna, like just this is probably not gonna make that much of a difference, but if it brings us from 9.7 to something better, screw it, let's do it. Yeah, down to 9.3. Whatever, you know, it's better than we had it before. What's this? The bearer earns a reward. Oh, really? Okay. That's if we needed more cash, but nah. Come see us again, you guys. Okay. I feel like we're ready to go in. Oh, hello to Jab. Jab, I hope you had a great weekend. I would just bring my Kindle. Last time I hooked it up, I had over 400 books on it. Wow. Sam Luna saying 86 has not come on disc yet. I want to buy it so bad. I'm working on an actually good anime. Oh, watch party sometime. That'd be interesting. Six of Crows in the Shadow of Bone universe. It's an A Heist book. It's a heist book. I think there's supposed to be a space in there. Samda really enjoyed Netflix Shadow and Bone series. Really, I didn't. Shadow and Bone is not. We probably talked about it in like chat, but outside of that, I'm not sure that I'm familiar with it just based on the name. As the night sets in above the hulk of Horus, you take a solitary walk about the grounds as has become your custom. This time you venture somewhat farther than usual, however. In the darkness you see one of the accusers, not very far from you. He notices you then and reaches for his mask. Who goes there? Show yourself. Ah, the lackey of the Nightwings. This is too close to, like, what's-his-face's voice, but I don't, like, have one for this guy. Get you from my sight. You and all those fools you stand with are a waste of time. We shall prove it to you momentarily. The exchange is brief, and Lendl leaves you to join his companions, even as you see the stars begin to signal the commencement of the rites. You rejoin your fellow exiles in all haste. Oh, really? Season 2 of Shadow and Bone is coming out pretty soon. See, and that's the thing, Sam Linder. Like, guess what we just finished this weekend? Strange New Worlds. Remember, like, 3 months ago when I mentioned that we'd started watching that 10-episode series? We just finished it. Time is at an absolute premium. So, like, Sam Linder, I take your suggestion very much to heart, and it makes me want to see it. It's like, just finding the time, and that's why like Wintering at the Overlook is such a nice stream, because I mean I assume that you have to like I don't know, clean up the ectoplasm or whatever, like all the blood that gets off the elevator from time to time. But after that, your time is your own, and it's just like filling the hours, and preferably, in my view, having a variety of things to do. Not any one thing can occupy your mind, but if you have like a lot to do. Oh, you know what else? All the episodes of Critical Role. Lay it on me, man. I'm ready. Finally catch up.
I am still very cross with you, you know. To think I saw in you a worthy heir. Not just to the legacy of the Nightwings, but to the future of the Commonwealth. That traitor Wolfred. Only a fool would be seduced by his audacious promises and his dangerous ideas. That, dear reader, would make you a fool. I have no choice but to explain it thus, so even you could understand. Now for this blasted rite. Some of us still have our duties to uphold. Some.
You. We are ready for you, Nightwings. Come, accusers, let us crush them and be done here quickly.
Who shall it be this time?
Here's a random aside, but several weeks ago, many weeks ago, I was sort of like sharing my thoughts on what a substandard and irritating experience it was to play Halo 2 on the Master Chief Collection at heroic difficulty level, just because it was, like, fucking annoying as shit. Like, I described it very accurately, by the way, as walk down a hall, then wait to respawn because you just died and you have absolutely no idea what killed you, and then die 5 or 6 more times trying to figure out what is even going on. One thing that I neglected to mention is that in the game, it also introduces the character of, I believe... Shh, it's fine, voice, it's fine, it's fine. Oh gosh, what was her name? Admiral What's-Her-Face. And anyway, like, for some reason, they chose, and like I've heard this voice actor do other things since then, but for some reason they chose for this voice actor to just go with a very like upbeat and chipper delivery of like grim military stuff. So all of her lines, like she's presented as being a calm, cool, and very capable commander of her military group, but all of her lines are delivered like, "Come on, guys, let's all band together and stop the Covenant. Master Chief, I need you to hold this line so that our Marines can come around the backside." And it's like, all of the things that she says are perfectly reasonable, except she sounds like she's instructing Hamtaro on what sort of ham adventures they're gonna have. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think they brought the same voice actor back to voice that character in Halo 3, and she doesn't do that anymore. So it's very, very obviously a choice that they made in the casting booth, and it's just, why did they do that? It's very distracting. Okay, so we've only got the 3 choices. Rather, our choice is who do we want to start each, like, anytime he's available? And the answer is Tizo, because he can just zip around for free. All right, and then we're going to do Headwind. Me says for me, it wouldn't be about filling time. It would be about having the time and space to tackle the things on my to-do list. Oh, choose.
Bertrude.
We await the ancient rites commencement.
Come then, Nightwings. We are prepared for you. All right, he's got like a couple like big demon dudes. Okay, and they're like super fast too, not like Jadariel. All right. What just happened?
A stroke of luck is all.
What? Why? Okay.
engulfed within the aura.
So, I don't know why Big Bertrude just flew, like jumped. That doesn't normally appear to be one of her skills.
The orb.
Oh, fudge. Screw it. Just fly. Fly! You fool. Do it.
The night wings are first to strike the adversary's flame.
Okay, don't know why that didn't hit him. Okay, I guess grabbing the orb there was optional, huh?
Poof goes Lendl.
Okay, she does have a jump. I don't know why I thought that she didn't. Hold still, you misbegotten little pox. We are not finished with you yet. Tizo says, Tizo utters at Lendl a slew of the absolute worst imp profanity. Your curses could not possibly affect me any further, you foul spawn, for you have taken everything from me already. But if I am to be trapped in this forsaken hole with you for the remainder of my days, then I shall see to it that yours shall be as doleful as my own.
That Lendl certainly enjoys a rousing.
I'm sorry. Did I hear correctly that Lendl certainly enjoys himself a rousing ouch?
Pyre spiders.
Now, Jab is saying that the Overlook today would certainly have internet, but I think for the purposes of our thought experiment, we're sort of... Okay. Go in the thing! Okay. Got knocked back a couple times, that's fine. Okay.
Thoroughly banished. Headwind plunged into their fire.
Suck it!
Quite the close call there, no?
Okay.
To each his own.
I should have touched the Tizo orb. Okay, I feel like the AI sort of glitched out there, but I'll take it.
Their fire weakens.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. That's less fine.
Shameful outcome.
Yeah, see, at least his big guys are so slow that they're going to have difficulty making it over. It's not that they can't score, but they've got big auras and low maximum speeds. Shit, that was all of my stamina. You'll notice that I just fire Big Bertrude's like big shotgun blast, like just because why not? It goes through obstructions and stuff, so why wouldn't you? Oof. Go oof yourself. God damn it. Yeah, no, you're in that one.
Cannot take much more of that. Glorious. To 'Twas a crushing blow against their Pyre.
Harmonious Crow is saying Tizo is awesome. He is. He's cute and he's extremely effective.
There.
He's basically the BFG of this game. I jumped way too early.
Flailing shan't do anything, reader.
Who's flailing? That was a intended sacrifice play.
It is done.
Hatoosh.
The Nightwings once again prevail. They hardly deserved it, though, if you ask me. The rite is done.
Blast! That a decorated constable of the Commonwealth should end up having to consort with fools as these, in these accursed robes and miserable circumstances. Those damn scribes certainly exist, for it is clear they have no love for me, or anyone of decent birth and station. Tizo's talking trash. Tizo hopes that Lendl trips upon his raiments in the dark. Always a pleasure, Lendl.
There is much to learn from
Hedwyn
this
cannot
race.
rise in rank. Tizo almost cannot rise in rank. But yeah, I very much agree with, oh, check it out.
True are the ways of the 8 scribes laid bare.
Harmonious Crow is also correctly saying, the voice has gotten very judgmental. He used to just call, like, balls and strikes, and now he just lays down the law on people, just really makes them feel bad about themselves.
Long have we sought to fathom all the darkest secrets hidden by the light of the stars. Now at last the stars themselves revoke their station in the night, and we finally achieved an inkling of this.
Alright, so I mean, probably this. The charge-up time before Bertrude can use her Aura Blast is greatly reduced. The thing is, you see how frequently I do it now. It's not actually, like, I'd actually rather have this. When Bertrude's Pyre has more flame than the adversary, she deals an additional 5 points. That actually seems like a better thing to me. Yeah.
The secrets of the Wild Witch revealed. Be gone now from my sight.
Javising, as a side point, people sailing around the world now all have hard drives, and when socializing, trade movies back and forth. There proves little time for rest at the Black Wagon after your fellow exiles prevailed against the accusers in a rather one-sided contest. Those afflicted with the banishment sickness seem to be doing better at least, and express gratitude to Tizo, Hedwyn, and Bertrude for their efforts. Just then, the lone minstrel appears before you. No words escape his lips. You can guess full well what he has come to indicate to you, and you follow him back out into the darkness. The stars above seem to be few and fading, and yet one still shines defiant. The path to freedom reveals itself once more. All right, let's hit it. If we can, it's Hedwyn's turn to go. You notice that the lone minstrel is standing there with you, regarding the night sky. The Gate Guardian and I, we have paid witness to the Liberation Rites upon the fall of Solium for a long time. We have seen so much. And so, I'm taken a bit aback is all, to see something which I have never seen. You look upon the stars together for a while, then, I wish for you good fortune and the wisdom of the scribes on your ascent. The lone minstrel leaves you there alone under the night. It has grown very late, and you need rest. The Black Wagon shall have to take flight again come morning. What was her name? She was like the daughter of the dude in the first Halo game. Admiral... Not Tolwyn, that was a Wing Commander character. Keyes! Yeah! I think her name is like Admiral Keyes. Sergeant Master, get Master Chief a weapon right away! Something appears different now about the sacred mountain west of here. The lands near the Emperor's Ascents and Emperor's Fall appear ashen. On the other hand, the once precarious regions below, which you know as the Temple High Roll and Temple Cistern, seem swept clean by the elements. Headwind observes all of this alongside you. Some weather we've been having lately. It's like all the downsides getting ready for the rites to end. Looks like we'd make landing closer to the Scribe's Gate this time. I guess I'll take it as good news. Less time we spend having to climb the mountain, the more chance we'll have to rest up for the rite itself. I'll go tell everyone to get ready to land. Oh, you know what else? Like a great big JRPG of some kind. Tales of Arise. Tales of Symphonia. Tales of Vesteria. Or Vesteria. One of the Tales games or something. Like, I don't know. One of those games that just takes like 1,000,000 hours to do. And it always feels so daunting to start. Second of two paths, you sense Headwind shall gain favor. Well, it's like Headwind, we're bringing him in. Like, that's already pretty much a lock. But let's just look up here. Volfred shall gain favor. No. We want to win, and we want Headwind to be have a hand in winning. You arrive once more among the narrow passageways of Mount... so how did they say it earlier? Aladil? It appears that Barker and the Dissidents have already arrived along the other route. Okay, seek the favor. Oh, wait, the Beyonder Crystal. With some time to spare after having landed, you join Headwind on a brief expedition to the monument of Molten Millithay. I know I should be patient, but we're running out of time for our plan, for our freedom, for everything. If it's possible for us all to leave, then I'll do everything I can to make sure as many of us get out as possible. I swear it. You return to the wagon once he has finished paying his respects. You have occasion once more to pursue your vocations. +3 glory. That's awesome. So hold on. We've got 2 things now to do in here. You find Headwind rather lost in thought about something. He looks over as you approach. Oh, hey, my friend. Alright, so what's it gonna be? He points in the direction of his cooking tins strewn over in the corner of the black wagon. One of life's small comforts around here is we get to eat. Not a day goes by that I'm not grateful for it. But there's only so much to choose from, whether here in Mount Elodiel or anywhere around, I guess. Anyway, I was just having trouble deciding what to cook. Just had fire caps again last night, and those never seem to sit well with everyone anyway. There's no more glopgil, not that anyone but Tizo ever liked that stuff. And I feel like we've been having gutter crabs every day for months, so I'm not too excited about that. This is where you come in, and no consulting books or stars or anything, just you and me, here and now. What am I making? You decide, because I can't. I know there's a lot of serious stuff to think about these days, but so help me, no one's struggling to regain their freedom on an empty stomach. So, a fillet of slurg, an acquired taste, acquired mostly through a prolonged and desperate stay within the downside. Silt porridge, a notorious dish that Headwind has perfected to the upper limits of its capacity to be not terrible. Gutter crabs again. This inoffensive option has the added benefit of putting some lucky gutter crabs out of their misery, but see, the thing is, if he wanted something, he'd do something. So here's the thing. If everybody's had gutter crabs, then maybe it could be nice for us to have a change of pace so that the next time we have gutter crabs, it tastes better. Let's have the silt porridge, because especially if this is going to be the last time that Headwind prepares it, we would like it to be not terrible. You ask that Headwind prepare another batch of his silt porridge for the group. He eyes you warily as you request this, searching you for any trace of irony. All right, my friend. Never took you for the silt porridge type, but so be it. I guess even after all this time, we still have much to learn about each other. Now, lend me a hand here with this stuff, would you? You assist Headwind with preparing the silt porridge. The two of you get to talking about the past. The reality of cooking the downside has a way of making him nostalgic. Life on the Blood Border wasn't that much easier than trying to get by down here. The Highwing remnants could swoop in at any time. They were so good at picking the worst possible occasions for us. The time they showed up and I was nowhere to be found. I must have told you about that. He has spoken to you of his past as an outrider once before. Well, either way, I don't think I ever told you much about Fikani. I was riding to relay an order when she caught me out in the open. She could have had me, but we just stood there, you know? I'd never seen anything like her. and her voice. She says to me, "You ought to be more careful with your life." And I just say, I mean, I'm not the type to say such things, but it's all I could think of, looking at her just then, so I just tell her, "Hey, it was worth the risk." Anyway, she spared my life, of course, and we saw riders heading towards us. I looked at her, and she took hold of me, and we just took off. I didn't want to leave her, and I didn't, for a while. He trails off for a while. Soon after I came back, I went off in search of her again. This time, though, the risk I took, a lot of people paid for it. The Harps attacked when there was no one there to raise the alarm. A few days later, Hedwyn the Deserter was sentenced to exile. And now, he's about to cook some silt porridge. Thanks for your help, my friend. I can take it from here. See you shortly. Harmonious Crow is going Alaudiel. Alaudiel. That's probably how they said it, then. Because that sounds right, Alaudiel. Silt porridge, yeah. It sounds absolutely grotesque. It sounds like somebody just, like, put, like, that gritty bit of clay that you get in brackish water and made porridge out of it. He heads out into the afternoon. You sense he feels more at ease having spoken with you. +2 hope for the next... His hope is going to be through the roof. Alright, so let's do the Beyonder Crystal. I sense my lovely reader has returned. Then how may I assist you? 1 scribe trial, please. Certainly. Who shall be the target of my wrath, then, would you say? It's Volfred. Although I'm not sure that I want to take away his level 20 awesome crystal. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Volfred. That fancy talking sap, you mean? I shall be interested to see if he has learned something since last we sparred like this. Then, let us bring him forth. Soon Volfred appears in heed of the summons. So it is my turn then, is it? Then let us see what you can do, my girl. I'm not even sure that I want to have this crystal, and also I find Volfred particularly difficult to be, but maybe that will help us be him better. Silt porridge reminds me of 2 days in a row when I ordered a salad from a local place, and both times it was kind of gritty, and it made me very sick to my stomach afterwards, which is not making me feel great now, even though that was well over a year ago. It was like 18 months ago. The apparition Sandra appears and unfashions her mask. Listen well, Sap. You answer to me here. As you will, O Sandra the Unseeing. Proper as ever, then. Though, I wonder if you have the wherewithal that you project. Show me, then, what you can do without the benefit of those whom you would lead. And let us see if you and your lovely reader have reached a thorough understanding as of yet. We're gonna get to one here. Okay, I didn't actually want to pick that up yet. Oh, I tried to shield. Damn it. So they're slowed and cursed and can't use abilities, which is great. Thanks to his, thing. Alright, shield. Nope. Shit. It just sprints right past. Oh, I tried to teleport past him. I really overestimated the range on that. Okay. I can't move faster than this. Blimp! Okay. Blimp! Blimp! I thought this was going to be the hardest one ever, but actually so far I've been okay. Ooh, shit! I should have stayed linked with his flower, because his aura was better. Louder, whatever. Yeah. See, now we have aura power. It's bigger and wider. I think it was the Typhon bottle that won that. So we're going to take a look to see what his special talisman is, but I may not use it, because that Typhoon bottle is super good. I am grateful for the privilege of your time, good Sandra. Flattery shall never get you anywhere with me, sap. Nonetheless, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. I would love to do another Liberation Rite, so I'm glad that that went swiftly. I had not seen that Sandra in some time. She has not changed a bit, but it would seem she left something for us, did she? So, lose bow, or bow. Volfred's blink ability transports him farther than usual. Shit, that's really good. Especially when you know that we could update it. Like, I'm glad to have it, but I don't think we're going to use it in the next thing. But that's really good, because the further that he can teleport, the easier it is for him to just dunk it straight in. Okay. Do we want to mentor a companion or search for resources? Well, now that I got a new thing, because you know that when we update, it's going to be more than 50%, probably double by the time it's fully updated. So let's try to get some cash. Let's look for a source of enlightenment. Something Falcon Ron values. Yeah, let's try to get some cash.
'Twould seem thou hast procured something of a certain value, reading one. It looks like a blue apple, but in fact it is a mountain plum. It can be sold at the slug market. I'd value it as about $86.
Okay, Scribe's Gate. So, Crow, when do you think that your next game is going to commence? Like, this morning? Tomorrow morning? Although, like, no, you live in New Mexico, so that'll probably be this coming morning then, yeah? Again, you stand before the Scribe's Gate, where the gate guardians regard you all above an archway carved from stone. The exiles of the Night Wings, you must know that once the stars no longer shine, the rite shall cease. For now, step forth. Except for you, Tariq. You stay right there. Greetings, Celeste. The Night Wings are prepared, and as for me, you shall not blaspheme under the gate again. Do we understand each other, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. I apologize for my behavior before. I shall adhere more strictly to my duties. Did he make a pass at her? Like, there's clearly a thing, at least from him to her, rather. Be sure of it. Now each of you come forth. Please state your names and what it is that you seek whilst crossing the Scribe's Gate. One by one, your companions cross the gate until it is your time to do so, and you follow them in turn. The gate guardian regards you all and waves you through towards the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Night Wings welcome. Go forth with glory. Am I free to accompany them, Celeste, or shall I remain here? She looks at him a while. You are free to accompany them, Tariq. As you will, Celeste. Until we meet upon the summit, then. Hopefully, this evening or tomorrow evening after work. Harmonious Crow, I will look forward to catching that. Okay, Liberation Rites. Okay, cool. Nobody wants to talk. I really did like the additional story that we got at the end of the last episode. The fact that Volfred said, like, we were right at the cusp of doing the Liberation Rites. Like, hold on, let me talk to you for 15 minutes. And then we didn't have time. That was just a mite frustrating. Oh, it's you guys. Come on in. I got this right on time. Closed a little early, you know? Business has been real good and everything. It was just a little slow in spots. A little slow. So I was thinking we should do a sale. What would you say to that? A potential sale. I don't know what that means. Like, what player would not want to have stuff for cheaper? Which makes me think it's a trick. Stay strong. I don't trust this guy. You reassure Falcon Ron that his goods are already competitively priced and that a sale should not be necessary. You know, it's just what I was thinking too, isn't it funny? I mean, my prices can't be beat already, so a sale, that don't make no sense at all. So you buying something here or what? I'm just going to assume that was a dirty trick. Shooting Star. The bearer can banish adversaries by flinging the orb into them. I've never once ever successfully thrown the orb anywhere, much less into another player. However, I'm going to sell this, and then we're going to buy his very finest upgrade juice, which, yeah, I think I can afford both of these. I'm bad at math, but I can add to 100 or so. This is, whoops, slightly more than 100. Okay. And let's spend it on, well, actually, Titan Tooth, Mooncrest. Oh, the bow. Okay, so that takes it from 50% up to 95%. Look at that. Yeah, so if we decide to put that onto Volfred, I think it's going to go real well, but I mean, the Typhoon bottle is so good. It's really good. Homer's was saying thanks. Yeah, no, I love seeing people stream. I am on record as saying every single viewer of this channel should try streaming themselves. You never know if it might be great. And Crow, I know that you've streamed before, but I'm always pushing people to stream what they're playing. You guys are my favorite customers, you know? Okay, commence the rite. Once more, the time has come for the Liberation Rites, where one among you can go free if you prevail. Freedom is likewise at stake for your adversaries, the dissidents. As your companions gather under the fall, awaiting the commencement of this vital rite, the lone minstrel finds you and regards you in his calm fashion. Night is falling. These moments prior to each commencement, I must admit they give me pause, knowing so much is at stake during the trial that is to come. Tell me something, would you, reader, to ease the waiting for us both? I have traveled far and wide, even beyond these lands. However, the Commonwealth, I know only through word and song. I sometimes think on what life there would be like out there. If you were not ensnared within this place and free to roam your country, what would you have done with all your days and years rather than striving here under the stars? Tended the land, sailed the seas, retired to the outskirts, or fought for freedom? Well, I really like fighting for freedom, honestly, from everything that we've heard. Perhaps it was inevitable that you were to be cast into exile. You cannot abide the state of things within the Commonwealth. There's so much needing to be changed there. I feel like that also makes sense from the perspective that our character is, like, literate in a land where that was forbidden. It seems, then, that you would face a greater challenge there than even here. Your Commonwealth, it sounds to be a country rather set upon its ways. Of course, that is the nature and ambition of the plan of which you are a part. May your actions here help bring about the future you desired on the other side. Just then, the lone minstrel looks forth, and you see that it is time. The stars above, though faint, begin to burn. I'm not doing any crazy boosts. Get the achievement for biggest coward. Never give the advantage to the enemy in any way. Among other things, I just feel like
the stars that yet remain aflame align once more over the sacred fall of Solium. 'Twas here that the 8 scribes ordained the glorious tradition in which you now participate. The glorious tradition which you and that instigator Volfred seek to undermine. 'Tis my sincerest hope your adversaries in this liberation rite achieve instead what they desire. May the dissidents soon douse those flames of yours. Let us get on with the proceedings then.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the dissidents, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respect you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Barker bursts out from some hidden corner, laughing as he paws at his mask.
Yeah, real pleasure to be here, mates, truly. Barker Ashpaws. Call me Barker, though, all right? By the by, it was a real pisser getting here, you know?
Begging your pardon, Barker Ashpaws, you thusly speak upon the summit of the sacred mountain.
Oh, my,
I can't do both of these accents.
So terribly sorry to offend you there, Lassie.
I forgot. I really feel like you're more closer to Lassie than she is.
I forgot we got the stars up there to make me watch such me language. Though let's get one thing straight, Lassie. I don't give a bother for your sacred mountain, so you take it and you shove it. Me and me pack, we're just here for the laughs, you got that? The other side ain't any better than this one. We ain't interested in your freedom. But just the same, we're gonna take it. Get it. Take it from those wee little babes there that's so antsy for it. You hear that, Nightwings? You better put up a good fight here or I ain't gonna be happy. You understand?
He shoves his mask back on.
Come on then, let's hurry up and get this damn thing started.
They're fast. So here's the thing. They're going to be super fast. Remember how fast Rookie was? Nightwings, on whose behalf shall you conduct this liberation rite? Choose quickly. May you heed your heart in making your choice, reader. I trust you are prepared to play the hymns with me, Tariq? Always, Celeste.
Whom do you endeavor to return?
Yeah, it's Hedwyn. It's Hedwyn's time. By the way, did his bracer, like, physically change? Like, it visually changed as we leveled it up? I feel like it's more colorful than it used to be.
Hedwyn.
This is my shot to go free. But I can't just leave the rest of you.
Who shall lend him support?
That's a really good question. So Tizo is baller as shit right now. We need people that are fast, and he can also pop, which I really like. Tizo is more than willing to help Hedwyn get home. And then, it's really between Shay and Big Bertrude here. What does hers do specifically? Bounce off objects and solid surfaces. And hers is blast through solid objects. Well, I'll tell you what. Big Bertrude. Oh no, Big Bertrude lets us do more damage as well. Sorry, I just decided, because we just ranked her up.
Then we shall do what is within our power for that one. All right then, mates. No more waiting, no more holding back. Let's rip them to shreds. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Fuck! Double fuck! Yeah, if we can get Big Bertrude there, like, we'll deal extra damage, which I like. Shit! Yeah, I feel like Tizo is going to be the one to win this for us. Shit! Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, it's not fine. Okay. Yeah, but fucking melt him, though. Okay. Shit! No! No! Stop! Stop! That... Nope! Hold on! Sorry, that extreme alarm that you might have heard alongside, for no particular reason, the controller just disconnected. I'm gonna go plug it in. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on one second. Caroluna is asking who sent the USB disconnect. I think Barker Ashpaws did it. Oh, I was always wondering, what if the battery started to, like, go dead in the middle of a match, and here we are. Okay, so I had to, like, dive across the room to hit escape. I don't actually know what's happening on the screen. Hopefully this will not be catastrophic. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, that sucked.
What in the... Alright, mate, something gone funny with that orb, as I can tell. Better laugh it up while we still can, eh?
Indeed, something strange seems to have happened to the celestial orb. It shudders now as though possessed of the same chaotic power as your adversaries. Shit, god damn it. I feel pretty good about our odds of winning, but I sure as shit don't want to get cocky about it. Shit! Okay, that was all the stamina. Okay, one more good hit, and Hedwyn has won his freedom home. I would love to have him make the winning goal, if possible. I mean, I'll take... Shit. Fuck! Okay, whatever gets it done.
There it is, at last.
Caroluna says it's a hidden ability they have.
Proved their worth.
That's how they got this far. It's why they don't care about freedom.
They did not. Thus ends the Liberation Rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
This was the big one, because this is now the original crew all got to go home, and like no matter what happens with the plan or whatever, like this is where I kind of feel that I wanted Hedwyn, Rookie, and Jodariel to get home, and now they have. So like if we can execute on the plan, get more people home, that's awesome, but this is mostly what I wanted to make sure happen.
Oi, what a joke. Here I was thinking we was gonna make him cry after all this. Come on, mate. I've right had it with this stuck-up place, so let's get out of here already, eh?
We did it. Then, I guess that means I have to go. Broke my vow to her that we would all go free together. Reader, my friend, why would you do this? Will you ever forgive me? Oh, her is me in this case. Okay. Fikani, wait for me. Wait for me. He remained silent a moment longer, then... Listen to me, all of you. I will not forget this. If there's anything at all that I can do to back on the other side to help the rest of you, then I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna do it. And at the very least, I will do everything I can to make sure that by the time more of you come join me back at home, it'll be a better place for all of us. Look, I don't have long now, so just thank you, all of you. I won't forget this. Then he plunges out of sight into the shimmer pool. His voice is audible but growing faint. It's happening. Goodbye, my friends. Reader, everyone, goodbye. Until we see each other. Hedwyn has earned back his freedom. What does this say, by the way? Set to return to the Commonwealth and leave the downside forever.
Godspeed, Hedwyn. Perhaps the scribes are watching even now. Watching as their glorious tradition draws to a close.
Wow, overcame even the disconnecting controller. Yeah, some games will be like, oh, your controller just disconnected. Let's automatically pause so that you can fix that. Not Pyre. It's just like, oh, open goal then? A hidden power, a terrible unbridled fury seems to have awakened within Tizo. All in all, he seems very enthusiastic about it. Okay, so what do we want his final power to be? Tizo deals an additional 10 when dousing the adversary's pyre, or, if banished, Tizo drops a moon sign allies can use to instantly transport to from their pyre. No, the plus 10 damage, I mean, you see how easily he scores now? Tizo is like a big MVP for us. Bertrude cannot rise in rank. Correct. So who do we have now? We have Shay, Volfred, Bertrude.
Now take your execrable companions someplace else.
Exorable companions. Good lord. You prevailed in the Liberation Rites against the dissidents. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Hedwyn, who returned to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this. I'm always at the opposite side of the screen. Tizo is sad that Hedwyn is no longer there, yet happy for him.
We shall make do without him here.
You wonder who, if anyone among you, shall be the next to go. Our plan approaches a key turning point. Let us ensure it soon comes to fruition, not only for ourselves here. By the way, this tune in the background right here is one of my favorites. I like the battle theme, but this post-battle theme, like this victory theme of just like everybody back, it's so like, I don't have the language for music, I just really like this tune as well. But for our companions and our loved ones in the Commonwealth. But we have little time now for reflection into this. Look yonder, reader. The stars demand we go already. Let us help them usher in the end of all this. You turn your attention to the glimmer of the stars. Their current rate of disappearance suggests another liberation rite shall be coming very soon. Find your way among them. So based on the language, this is either... I don't think it's the last. I do think it's the second to last, based on how they're talking about it. So, wait. Next up, we'll be fighting Udmilde here, unless we fight her. And then we've got the horrible slug people. So, let's see who's on deck. Nope. Jomur. Oh, well, I mean, all of these guys, it really feels like we're kicking them when they're down, though. Well, then I'm gonna go fight the sap guy, because I really don't like him. He sucks. Harmonious Crow says that this reminds her of Spellcaster University music. I have not played that, but I'm intrigued by the name. I'm not sure that I've heard of it. Now the stars bid you to return to the Spring of Jomur, where you shall stand against the Chastity once again. Your adversary, H. Manly Tinderstoff, likely knows the cycle of rites is drawing to a close. His last remaining chance to earn the favor of the scribes and then regain his freedom likely... No, it doesn't, because he's way down the list. He's never gonna get anointed. It's just not gonna happen for him. The cycle of the rites is soon to end. The exiles of the downside striving to be free. Your adversaries, your companions, even you yourself are running out of time. Alright, let's read this. Hey, Volfred. Following Hedwyn's liberation, you find Volfred smoking at his pipe, his eyes averted. He looks up and smiles as you approach. Hello, my girl. Excellent work back there. Thank you for your perseverance. Though, I was just reflecting on how very fortunate I've been in all this. Not just me, but really all of us who had a chance to stand with Hedwyn here. Ours is admittedly a somewhat desperate plan. It was vital to me, should the Night Wings rise again, that it be under proper care and guidance. I was just thinking how well Hedwyn served in that capacity. Whatever is to be the outcome of all this, no doubt his presence shall be missed. My agents and I were unsure of him at first, a common boy like that, completely unacquainted with the rites. But in the end, I felt he was worth a shot, someone like him. Sincere, determined, with loyal friends and desperate to get home. Those qualities spoke volumes. Then he falls silent for a time. I have every faith that he shall strive on our behalf now in the Commonwealth, and it is my hope that he yet finds the one he sought. You and Volfred speak little more of Hedwyn for now. Hold on, did we have an update here? The first friendly face, he regained his freedom in the Liberation Rites. You are left wondering what shall become of him in the Commonwealth. I want to see, by the way, Volfred's planner. So if you look over on the left, I'm mostly looking at the list there, right? But over on the left, the probability of success is now 77%. I can actually point to it. We've done total rights 22, 5 exiles liberated. Volfred's current best estimate that the revolution brewing in the Commonwealth shall succeed. Look, 3 out of 4 times they succeed. I'm going to call that a damn good percentage. Okay, but, and by the way, Harmonious Crow is saying it's very cool. Is that on Steam, Harmonious Crow? Because I want to go take a look at it. I don't want to load a checkpoint. I want to exit. Wait, did it save? Hold on, I'm not sure that it saved. Okay, now it's saved. There we go. Now we will exit campaign. And we're ending, like, you guys, normally under, like, most circumstances, I'd probably go for at least another hour. Just a quick word of backdrop. What happened was, last night, for no particularly good reason, I was just sort of, like, amped up after the Me-October event that Mia had in Discord, and as a result, I, like, didn't go to sleep right away and wound up staying up fairly late. And then also, for effectively no reason, I woke up super early, like earlier than I would on a regular weekday. So as a result, last night I probably got about 4 hours of sleep, and I cannot go into my Monday that way. So that's all a long-winded explanation to say that we're going to have to call it here a little bit earlier than I might otherwise. We still got almost a good 3 hours in. I don't know that the next episode of Pyre will be the last, but it will certainly be the best because we will have a chance to really stomp on H. Manly Tinderstoff. I really want him to know that as his final opportunities to leave the downside are sort of like passing him by, that we are responsible for making sure that he gets to stay here forever. That said, we will be trying to overthrow the Commonwealth and probably release all of the exiles, but then it will be an act of mercy, not the fact that he got one over on us. So, we are going to... Yeah, Kirillina said, I hate those nights. And there's no reason for it, by the way. I wasn't feeling stressed out. I wasn't feeling, like, caffeinated, amped up, restless leg syndrome. I woke up super early and was, like, done with it. I was just done with being asleep, and I very quietly got up and went in the other room and started my day. And it was a really good day overall. So, we're gonna call it there. Thank you guys so much for joining. More than anything, I want to thank everybody for the subscriptions, resubscriptions, gift subscriptions, all of the bits that were cheered, the huge raid from Caroluna, the fantastic streams that we had earlier today from specifically from Mia and Caroluna for his MechWarrior 5 stream, and Mia, who hit some major story beats in Horizon Zero Dawn. I would also like to shout out Samelander's stream, which was legitimately a lot of fun to watch, and I really enjoyed it, and I strongly recommend that you also watch Samelander. However, I am kind of salty about the fact that it wasn't Raft. I love Project Zomboid. It's very fun to watch. I was like, Raft, and then I went in and it was Project Zomboid. And I was absolutely outraged. I pounded my fist against the table and said, Raft. And Sam Lander is saying that Raft will come back. No, I'm very much kidding. I assume that it is here in early October. It's time for spooky, scary games. And Project Zomboid. The other thing that I'm very salty about is that I do not know if Sam Lander has played Raft before this, but Project Zomboid before today. But he's sure as shit better than I am, and I know that because I watched him for longer than 15 minutes and didn't die 4 times. Because I can't do anything in Project Zomboid. Like, we've talked about how I find like Factorio challenging, and like this game is pretty tough, and some other things, like, they just sort of fall outside my skill set. But like in Project Zomboid, I roll up a new character, I take 3 steps out of my starting room and I got bit by a zombie. And he has played a little bit of Zomboid before in previous years. But even so, dude, like, it's changed a lot since whenever you played it then, and you're still way better than I am. But yeah, also Caroluna's stream was really, really fun to watch. It's the world of MechWarrior 5 just seems so much more dynamic than the MechWarriors that I'm familiar with from like MechWarrior 2. that's the one that I played. Jody K is with me, but Raft will return as well, so that is fun to contemplate. Yeah, no, I wasn't actually mad about that. I just wanted to give him some grief, because I'm not kidding. But I really want to stress, as we talk about this, it was in fact a fun surprise. However, I was like, did I miss something? Like, was I shouting out the wrong game for Samelander all week on like the days that I streamed? And no, it was as of last week, it was like, we'll probably do some more in Raft and then maybe try something new. But I think that the spirit of October is taking us all. I would like, my next stream will be of Pyre, because as much as I like playing Valhalla, I do want to complete Pyre, because we also have a spooky, scary dread game that I would like to move on to, because it's October. It's the perfect season for it. So it's actually one that I've held off at a couple of points on playing, because I was like, no, let's save it for October. So we'll be doing that. Mia is saying, if you want to talk about my Rockbreaker defeat, I wouldn't mind. Yes, hold on. So without sharing too much of the storyline or enemy types in Horizon Zero Dawn, not only did Mia hit some real story breaks, but Mia broke a couple of the toughest enemies in the game. They're the enemy type that I had the greatest difficulty with, and Mia defeated 2 of them simultaneously through some very smart plays and some very deft dodging. She came very, very close to death, but made it through, I believe, on her first try, if I remember correctly. I don't remember any deaths in that sequence. Without dying, she confirms. Yeah, it was very, very well done. Okay, so we're gonna call it here. There was something else I really wanted to touch on. Oh, yeah. So I don't know, guys, remind me to lament the loss of Disco Elysium 2 during our next Assassin's Creed Valhalla stream. It turns out, based on some news that came to light over the last several days, that whatever product it is that might in the future bear the name Disco Elysium 2, it will not be a successor presented by the creators of the first game. And that is very unfortunate, because Disco Elysium, the first game, was one of the most energizing and memorable playthroughs that we've done here on the channel. I absolutely loved it. I was very excited to hear that we would get some more from that creative team, and now it turns out that at least whatever is called Disco Elysium 2 is not going to be from that same team, and that is very sad. But it's not worth trying to dive into in a story-rich game like Pyre, so what we'll probably do is save it for the next time that we're wandering the wide-open plains and forests of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now let's go ahead and find somebody fun to raid. You guys, thank you much for the fantastic stream, the wonderful support, the huge raid, all the cheers and subs. It really means a lot. I very much appreciate it. And until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.